All right, Ag Apps. It's Friday, December 18th. Today's class is pretty simple. We discussed your performance-based measurements. It is possible to have 8 checked off right now. A couple things that I can't check off are your SAEs. The breeds research I'm going to check off on Monday morning. And then the agricultural tools, we will be able to get both of those completed either today or before Wednesday of next week. Now, on those PBMs, if you meet 8 of the 12 requirements, you do not have to take a final exam. So an easy way to check is if you go back up to the PBMs, and I'll show you here on this computer. It's very, very top of our module list, the PBM scoring sheet. Okay, so when you click on that, what you would do is you would scroll down, you would find your name and see how many you have checked off. Okay, so if you're sitting at, say, 6 right now, it is still possible that you could be exempt from the final exam. If you've done your breed research and you do the tool assignment from today and you've done your SAE, you're going to easily meet that 8 requirement. If you're sitting at 3 requirements that you've only met, well, we only have 4 left. So that means you're going to have to take a final exam. If it looks like you are going to have to take a final exam, you're going to receive an email from me on Monday with a practice exam, and that is where your final exam will come from. All right, so we talked about that today. SAE is going to be due on Wednesday that we return. So it's really important that you get those completed. Make sure your pictures are on there, your journal entries are on there, and those are probably your most important grade, all right? That's 20% of your grade that still hasn't been factored in yet. So even though you may be sitting at an A now, if you don't do your SAE, that's going to drop you down to a C. So that's really important to do, all right? So we discussed those 2 things today in a little bit more detail. And then I went over your assignment, right? So if you scroll all the way down to the bottom of your module, it is the very last thing posted as far as module goes. That is the ag engineering industry, right? The ag engineering industry. So we have a tools project and we have a little handy dandy thing there to help you all out. So let me go over the assignment first. All right, there's a basic instructions on here. So basically what you need to do is you need to pick 15 tools and you have to make a slideshow for them and submit it. Now, if you go to the actual link that's on here, that is this, it gives you great details, right? It cannot include any tool that we've talked about in class. It can be a hand tool or power tool. You have to use the correct name of the tool. You got to include a picture and the definition of the tool. Right? So this is what I'm looking for 15. And no, you cannot use these side cutting pliers, right? So you would put the name of the tool, side cutting pliers, what it does, cuts and holds wire, and then a picture of the tool, right? Now you can't just put pliers because there's a whole bunch of different kinds of pliers. Just like you can't put a wrench. You have open end wrench, close end wrench, you have a box wrench, you have a combination wrench, pipe wrench, and the list goes on and on. Okay, so you have to actually put the name of the tool. So you have to pick any 15 tools you want to do this with, as long as it's not one we discussed in class. Now, if you go back, right, to right above this, is right below this assignment, actually, you will see that I've included this tools and material stock. So if you scroll through here, what you will see, right, is a list of tools and their definitions. So say, for example, you wanted to put on here end cutting nippers. We haven't talked about end cutting nippers. So we'll make up a slide and put end cutting nippers, cuts ends of wires, nails, and small bolts, and then put a picture of end cutting nippers. I try to help y'all as much as possible on this. This is due on the Monday that we return from break. So a smart person will go ahead and do this now, so that way you won't have to worry about it when we come back. If you have any questions, let me know. I hope you all have a great break. Come back energized, ready to roll, and I will see you all when we return.